What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to This Monster Wants to Eat Me, this time with episode 12. We do have one episode left next week. What I'm going to be doing for that, I'm not 100% sure that. I might end up reacting to it later at night on the day. It's, of course, Christmas. I might end up reacting to it later on just because I'm busy during the day. Either that or I'll cover it the day after it comes out. I don't think Japan celebrates Christmas. I think their special meal for Christmas is chicken, funny enough. But yeah, I think things are just like normal schedule. I think it's New Year's that they have a kind of different release schedule for things. Yeah, I guess I kind of deal with that when it comes to it. But fantastic episode last week, of course, with Shiori, discovering a little bit more about the kind of flashbacks that we did see. You know what, I messed up the timer big time there, apologies. Yeah, we saw a little bit more of the kind of past with Hinako and Shiori, but just went quite deep into Shiori's kind of mindset and how she views herself and such. What was really interesting, and it's quite contradictory considering the accessory of the seashell she's got in her hair, the way she feels about Hinako. I don't want to eat you, I want to talk to you. That was a big moment, of course. But yeah, Hinako kind of wanted to join her family, which is kind of always wanted to do, but she got very close to doing it now. I think this is going to be a banger episode again. Accent. A hell of a lot. We've got a hell of a lot to talk about. But I know I say this like every week, but I feel like this has probably been my anime of the season. I'm just like, I've said this before as well, but I've dropped a fair few anime this season. It's definitely been one of the weaker ones I've covered on the channel. Ginpachi Sensei's up there. One Dance is good, but I would have liked a bit more kind of story, slice of life character stuff in that show. I think that does that really well. This show, Sanders up there. Gachiakuta, but that started airing last season. Yeah, I feel like My Hero Academia, of course, as well. I think it's probably between this and My Hero Academia for me. But as I did say a second ago, it's certainly been probably one of the weakest seasons ever for me in the last 5 or 6 years I've been doing this. Which is kind of surprising. It's usually quite stacked towards winter, but I think they've saved a lot of the anime for the start of next year. I sure do hope that this does return, however long it takes. Because they've done a really good job. I mean, I love the story, I love the characters, I love how focused it is, just on three characters, 4 for a couple episodes, but the production's fantastic. I love the end. I forgot to mention that. I love the different version of the ending song we got last week, as well as a fair few weeks ago, with the new visuals. You can tell they put a lot of care and effort into this. I haven't read the source material, of course, but I imagine you'd be quite happy with an adaptation like this. So yeah, don't really care how long it takes. Hopefully we get a season 2. Osaka-san. Cute name, isn't it? Fishy-san. Miss Fishy. So that was a memory that she previously erased, seemingly. Sorry guys, a little bit hard to concentrate. My dog's barking a lot right now. Apologies about that. Yeah, I like to concentrate. Hopefully you can't hear it, but I can. 3:45. Worlds apart, weren't they? Worlds apart from that little girl she once was. And justifiably so, of course. Really like this. Really like this OST playing behind us right now. You got to change the name of the show now. Thank you guys for all the comments as well, by the way, discussing the title of the show. It's quite interesting to talk about. Just by chance. I mean, that's true, but I feel like that is still like her essence. Like, you are still that person that, like, it's sent, like, you come from that. Yes, you've changed a lot, but like, that's hard to word. But you are still that person in a way. Clearly, you've changed a lot, but like the essence of you was created from that person. I don't know. Well, yes, you won't. Not in the way that, not 100%. But that is still her. people change, people learn new stuff, people learn new ways, especially with like this. And you do, again, I can't really say I've had anything like this happen to me, but yeah, that's quite ironic you say that, isn't it? But yeah, like going through something like this, really hard, like incredibly hard to get out of a situation like this and this kind of thought process and such. But and again, I don't believe she'll ever return back to like 100% the way she used to be. It's possible that she like that person is still within her though. Is the thing. She's still that really kind, lovely girl. It's in her somewhere. It's just like as we see here, kind of been surrounded and encapsulated and drowned by this event, this trauma that is so heavily kind of weighing on top of her. It's hard to even get the chance to show even a little bit of that girl. But yeah, quite ironic this this statement here. Hinako doesn't that she'll never like yeah. How ironic is that? That you lied about granting her wish. She'll never grant yours. But again, I can't really relate too much to again, especially on the trauma side of things. But yeah. Hopefully you get my point there. It's like we're that little girl is the foundation of who she is right now. No matter what happens. Same for everyone. That's why you shouldn't hold people's past against them, but you should definitely keep it in mind. You're just gonna say she's gonna eat her again? I'll eat you then. Okay. I was thinking just this. Why the hell would she agree to anything now? After you lied all this time? That sounds like bullshit as well. She's not gonna eat me? Like, why would she, like... Hmm. There's like a contractual obligation for her to actually eat her, then yes, but... If I was Hinako, would not believe that she'd eat me, even if I did smile happily like I did before for a second. And even if I did, why would I want to die then? Interesting. Yes. I'm not sure why they made that so whimsy. But yeah. Okay. So yeah, as I said, a kind of contractual obligation. Kind of sad, honestly. I mean, it's really sad. I mean, but for Hinako, but really sad for Shiori as well, honestly. Knowing that once, as soon as you achieve your wish, you have to be the one that ends it yourself instantly. And that wish being someone else's happiness, it makes it even worse. Like, yeah. I mean, it's easy to empathize with Hinako here, but again, trying to empathize with Shiori here, it's must be incredibly tough for her. Like this is like absolute last resort, surely. But I guess the name of the show is back. We will eat her now, but she doesn't want to. But I guess she does because she wants. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I bet. I bet it is. I mean, it really doesn't sound like it. Again, she sounds so whimsy, so like so normal, but sure, you can tell it's like, yeah. I mean, traditionally, but mm, Hito de Nashi. See, is that inhuman? I feel like being selfish is very human, especially nowadays more than ever. There is. Again, I love the OST. And fantastic. Even more blood. Yes, sir. You bit her. Lovely. Would you kill her like that? Because she took a bite. Wow. Quite a lot. That was an awesome scene, wasn't it? Soundtrack fantastic, the drama of course. Okay, so we've got a contract to for her to eat her again, like an actual one this time, not just empty words. But again, like don't get me wrong, I really feel for Hinako, but more than anything, I actually like sympathize with Shuri right there. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's an inhuman side of me. But having to like knowing where this ends, like this ends at you achieving your goal of making her want to live, making her happy, and you yourself have to end that. And you promised just so you could see a glimpse of that to do that act. It's like it's insane, right? It's like it's for a glimpse of happiness and satisfaction, and you promised to end it all. You promised to do the thing that you to do less than anything. Hmm. Okay, I said this and we heard it from her. Like, really, like last chance saloon, like worst case scenario. She had to do that just for Hinako to live. You bit you. Yeah, a little one. So I did think they were gonna like that Blood Brothers kind of thing. And like a contract thing like that, I guess. We'll get that moisture. Yep. The little one. So fun enough, I did actually read a discussion about the girls' love element of this show. Apparently, that is a category for this, and we haven't really seen that so far, have we? I don't feel like this is a girls' love show. I mean, I guess in a sense. I'm not sure if like. I mean, that scene there would very much come under that category, I think. But is it like the relationship type of love from Shiori? Like, I don't feel like it is. She loves her clearly. I'm not really sure it's in that sense. Maybe I'm wrong though. That's just my interpretation. Again, that last scene would probably portray that, but yeah. I wouldn't say it's quite parently love either, but like something closer to that than romance. I don't know. Storming over here. Oh, we could take you around the back, sort you out. Can I talk? Yeah. You good at bloody talk? Walk in silence. It's the only thing she could do. It's the only thing she could do. I feel really bad for Miko as well. Like, can you imagine being in her position during all this? Um, like just having this kind of like just bring like having Shiori say all this, like you'd feel so useless because like all of the awesome stuff Miko does. She's so lovely to Hinako. She cares for her so much. Yet she has absolutely no influence on whether she lives or dies or anything. Must really suck. Like from her position of being again seemingly so useless. Like I feel like she's not useless in the terms of, like we saw last episode bringing ice creams around to Hinako being there for her. Like that stuff adds up. Like that stuff is really awesome, and it does keep a person going. But ultimately, it's always going to be Shiori, as we see with this promise, that kind of keeps Hinako actually living. That actually kind of, I mean, if that promise wasn't made, Hinako could have died in a couple of days' time, as she said. So must really suck for Miko, like hearing all of this and like again, this might sound dodgy, but like not like she knows how unimportant she is within Hinako's kind of existence, even though she's really important as a source of like light and goodness and sun. Hopefully you get what I'm trying to say there. I'm not wording it the best, but yeah, ultimately she's got like very little impact on whether she lives or dies, and I feel like she'd absolutely want to have more. But she's probably just happy with Hinako still being here. prank. It's just a prank, bro. Like a prank. What part of that's a prank? Yeah. Like when you steal something from someone, you don't give it back. It's just a prank, bro. I'm keeping it, but it's just a prank. Definitely. Yeah, it's not wrong, is it? Gonna cherish that as well. I like that. I like that look at things. Like how I think about scars. I really like all the scars I've got because they tell a story, good, bad. They're an experience, and they're something that yeah. It's still really sad though that like her whole existence is like it's been this way for the whole show, so it's not really too much point like saying this still, but her whole existence and like right now is purely based off her dying. Again, you could say that at any stage of this show, maybe except for like the last couple of episodes, where she has really wanted to, where she's been so close to actually ending it. But yeah, her whole life is a promise of death at the minute. That's the essence of what's giving her life is death. That's like, what kind of existence is that? Um, yeah, it's just as I've been saying, it's desperate. It's the only thing we can actually like to maybe get to a point where that's not the case. We've had to accept that that will be the case for a while. But as I said, this episode really like again, I feel for Hinako. Don't get me wrong, but it was a really awesome look into Shiori and her kind of feelings and the compromises she's had to make just for like the slightest bit of yes, a selfish wish, but like an honest wish that I can appreciate. But again, I found myself especially sympathising with her today. Even Miko did at the end, surprisingly. Well, maybe not surprisingly, but considering how they don't get on too well. But yeah, that was a really awesome episode. I do wonder how we're going to finish off. Warmth on the sea floor. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, another fantastic episode today. Love this. Really awesome looking to Shiori, especially. Like, we're back in the premise of her eating her. Like, we kind of went away from that, and now we're back to her wanting to beat her, but under a different kind of circumstance, an actual contracted kind of obligation to now as well. Although, as with what Miko said at the end, it was an unrefined kind of promise, and I felt like when that happened, maybe there's like some way we can circumvent that. Like the promise was that she would eat her once she smiled like she used to. I mean, I guess you could say she can never smile like she used to because she'll never be a little girl again. Like some kind of like little detail like that, like some kind of like thing that we could use to void the agreement or something. I kind of hope gets used. Maybe if Shiori kind of dies before Hinako's wish is granted, or just as it's happening, it can't be kind of completed. So something along those lines, if you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like it, but I could also see the actual thing happening of where like Shiori, like just imagine it in my head of Hinako kind of getting back to something akin to that bright little girl, smiling and being as kind of light as that. Having Shuri kind of end that instantly, it would be incredibly hard to watch, and I mean for both Hinako and Shuri. I guess sounds weird, but I guess it'd be like somewhat satisfactory for Hinako because she kind of gets her wish to be of a family, but I really wouldn't want that to happen. I mean, satisfactory for her, I guess, but yeah, it's like I could see a lot of potential kind of things happening at the end of the show, to be honest with you. And any of them, again, I might not like it as much, but I feel like it would be just as good an ending if Shiori did eat her, or if Shiori or if there was something to go wrong, or if Shiori kind of died or something like that. It would be, yeah, I think I'd be, again, maybe happy is the wrong word, but it would be very it'd be a really good ending. But yeah, great episode. Like I said, Shiori especially just stand out for me, to be honest. I thought it was really like a really good look into her. And yeah, what else can I say really? The whole episode was pretty much that, except for the kind of end segment here of Miko, who again we got to give some feelings for. I mentioned this a minute ago. It's like how useless must she feel to have all this going on without any of her influence, without any of her playing a part in this? Just Hinako's life, on the edge of dying just earlier today or yesterday or whenever it was, and then her now living again so that she can get eaten by Shiori. She's got no part to play in this whatsoever. So how must she be feeling after all her efforts, all of her kind of emotions kind of poured into Hinako? Must feel I feel really awful for her. So it's quite amazing she can be kind of so strong and not kind of let that affect her. But I feel like that's something we probably will look into if we do get a season 2, maybe even next week. But yeah, another incredible episode. I think the soundtrack today was really impressive. Like, it's always been really good in the show, but especially today, the soundtrack playing during those scenes with Shiori and Hinako was absolutely incredible. So I've definitely got to look them up. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys who like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you next week, or maybe the day after with episode 13.